everybody out there, this is Popular Stranger, and we are back at you again today with another Madden 25 Ultimate Team video. In today's video, we're going to be going through a handful of budget players that you can look for right now. Really inexpensive, should help you win more games, help you boost that overall, and again, in the long run, is going to help you save some coins. Now, before we go over those players, there's two things that I want to mention. Number one, we got some good content on the way. On Thursday, we're going to get part one of the Season of Boom promo, and then also on Saturday, we got Legends on the way. Normally, the first Legend drop of the year is going to give us a big bundle. It usually gives us a big market crash, and we tend to get like 10 new Legends all at once. So those two promos over the next couple days could drop the market on some cards that aren't really considered budget right now. They could eventually be within the next couple days or even a week. Number two, EA set a bunch of price floors on cards, so the market is not ideal right now. You can actually find a lot of cards for cheap, but being that they're only selling for so much, they're hard to find on the auction house. So I'm going to go through a handful of cards here, but there are cases, and I'll point out a couple of them, where you're going to be searching on the auction house to find these players at these prices, and you're simply just not going to be able to find them, unfortunately. You're going to have to give it more time. Friday, we got worldwide release. That's going to bring a whole new player group into the game, people who did not pre-order the MVP edition or the deluxe edition. The market should be a little bit more active then. So these are still players that maybe you can't get today or tomorrow or the next day, but you can target them on Friday when we get more players in the MUT community. So let's go through all of the cards. We're going to start at quarterback. We cover most of the important positions. We got Kirk Cousins here, 81 overall core elite. He's going to be an absolute statue in the pocket with the 66 speed, 79 throw power, not great, but if you did pre-order the deluxe edition, you should have received a strategy item that gives you +1 to QB throwing power, so you can get that in the 80s, and then his accuracies are all 80 plus. That's why I like this card. 81 short throw, 82 mid, 80 deep, and on average, he's going for that minimum of about 44.3 thousand coins. EA basically changed all of the release types for quarterbacks this year, so Aaron Rodgers no longer has a Slinger 1 release. It's titled something different, but on the field, he still has a very good release, and in a game where we don't have any set feet lead or pass lead elite, that's something that you still might want on your field. Again, another statue here at his 80 overall core elite card with the 65 speed. He does give you the stock 80 throwing power. Unfortunately, his accuracies are all below 80, but this card is really inexpensive, roughly about 28 to 29,000 coins. So I would probably say Kirk Cousins is better, but I don't think Aaron Rodgers is too far off, and for, you know, a price of under 30,000 coins, pretty good pickup for a quarterback day one or even week one. At running back, we're mainly looking for speed. We got 77 overall Devin A-Chain. He has 83 speed. There's not really many fast running backs in the game outside of like the ultimate preseason Raheem Mostert, the ultimate alumni Saquon Barkley, and I know a lot of you haven't been able to get that card just yet. The season one Christian McCaffrey. After that, we don't really have many like 83, 84, 85 speed guys. Devin A-Chain gives you the 82 speed, and if you can find him on the auction house, I was able to pick this one up for my second running back or a backup running back. He's only like 11,000 coins. And players like this, though they still might not be like super dominant when you're playing in an online game, they're going to help you get through some of these solo challenges that you're probably struggling with. Moving over to wide receiver, A-Chain's teammate here, Jaylen Wadd, he's going to give you 83 speed. Unfortunately, after that, nothing is really good or worth bragging about. All of the other core attributes outside of catching traffic are going to be below 80. You got catch at 79, the route runnings are short 78, deep 78, and mid 79. But again, if you're just looking for speed, you want to throw streaks against the computer, you need speed to beat solo challenges or solo seasons or solo battles. Waddle is not a bad pickup. Again, a bunch of floors right now on these prices, so he's going to be going for 44.3 thousand coins if you can find him on average. Then you got Jameson Williams. Again, Tariq Hill, 86 speed. There's a few faster guys out there, but Jameson Williams gives you the 84 speed, and he is 6'2". After that, nothing else is really good, but you can find him on average for about 29 to 30,000 coins. And then you got DK Metcalf, who's going to be a little bit more well-rounded, but a little bit slower than the players we've taken a look at. 81 overall with 82 speed, 6'4". The catching is atrocious at 77. The route running's pretty good. He gets 8 shorty, 81 deep, and the mid-route running is going to be 78. Also, try to look for the platinum cards on these. We'll probably do a separate video on the rental method to build your team early in the year. So if you can find the platinum version of these players that's not too far off from their quick sell sell values, that's always a good idea. On average, 44.3 thousand coins for this DK Metcalf. At tight end, these are going to be players you're really going to struggle to find. I've been looking for them all day. I can't find them, but Evan Ingram is also at that price point of 44.3 thousand coins at the tight end position. George Kittle is definitely one of the best out there. This Evan Ingram's going to give you 84 speed, the same as Kittle. The route running isn't terrible. The short route running's 80. Mid is not great. That's 76, and he does give you the 81 catching. Couple other options at tight end. You got Kyle Pitts, who's a little bit slower, but 6'6" with the 82 speed and 80 catch rating. He, on average, if you can find him, is going for about 28.6 thousand coins. And the same thing for Sam Laporta, who's also going to have the 82 speed. He's 6'3" with 80 catching traffic. Short route running is going to be at 80 as well. And he also goes for about 28.6 thousand coins. On the defensive line, I was really looking for players who had high strength and then at least one of the three block, shed, power move, finesse move in the 80s. With Derek Brown, he's one of the strongest defensive ends in the game. He gives you 70 speed, 70 acceleration, 83 strength, 82 tackle, 82 block shed, 80 power move, and 60 finesse move. With this card on average, again, 44.3 thousand coins. That's the floor for all 81 overalls in the game. Same thing from Jeffrey Simmons. He also has that 83 strength, a bit slower at 65 speed. If you want to, you can play him at defensive tackle as well. 80 block shed, 81 power move, 73 finesse move, 80 tackle, 80 play rec, and he also is going for the 44.3 thousand coins. Most of these cards are going to be under about 50,000 coins. Vita Vea is going to be one of the exceptions. When we saw all of the attributes on these core elite players get released early last week, this is one that really stood out to me. At defensive tackle, 347 pounds. He's going to take up a lot of space. He only has 62 speed, but 86 strength is incredibly high. You add that in with the 82 tackle, 83 block shed, 82 power move, 64 finesse move, not great, but I think he does what he does because of the power move, block shed, strength, and tackle. Again, this one's going to be a little bit more expensive. You're looking at about 70.3 thousand coins, but I still think that's a pretty good price for what he gives you. And if you need a budget defensive tackle, good luck finding this one on the auction house. If you're able to, Jordan Davis, a really good card with high strength, 85 strength, 83 acceleration, block shed, tackle, power move, finesse move, not great, but that combination of strength and acceleration, and he's 336 pounds. Those bigger players take up more space on the defensive line. That's ideal. He's only about 18.7 thousand coins. If you're looking for budget users, we got two guys with really high speed. Unfortunately, it appears, and this is just from my experience, I got Ray Lewis, the Season 1 Field Pass player, all the way maxed up to an 85 overall. He's actually 86 with chemistries. He's still not getting those jumping animations, so you might be best off using safeties as sub linebackers. But if you do want a linebacker as a user, your first option here is going to be 80 overall Nick Bolton. He has stock 85 speed and 83 acceleration. That's really all we're looking for when it comes to a user. You don't want to let the AI control him with the 60 zone. Hit power is not great at 79 either, and he is 5'11". But you got speed there and you got good acceleration, and Bolton goes for about 70,000 coins. If you want a super budget option, you got Quay Walker, 78 overall card, 6'4", 84 speed, 86 acceleration, and if you can find him on the auction house, he's like 12 to 13,000 coins. It doesn't get more budgeter than that. At cornerback, this is going to be the most expensive card that we talk about in this entire video. You got Tariq Willen, 84 stock speed, 6'4", 80 zone coverage. His man coverage isn't great, pretty good acceleration. So I would really only use this card if you're a heavy zone guy. The 74 man just simply is not going to cut it. And on average, he goes for about 100,000 coins. So this is going to be the most expensive card, like I said, in the entire video. 83 speed Eric Stokes stands at 6 foot even. His coverages are pretty terrible. He does give you the 82 acceleration. At this point, with these budgets and these prices, we're just looking for guys who are tall and fast, and hopefully they can stay with their man for the most part. This Eric Stokes card costs on average about 16,000 coins. If you run a lot of man coverage, take a look at AJ Terrell, 82 overall core elite, 6'1" with 82 speed, 82 acceleration, play recs at 81, man coverage 82, press coverage at 83. With those attributes, I think you can play him as a slot defender or on the outside. He gives you the speed, and with that 6'1" height, he can also cover those taller receivers for the most part. If you play more zone than man coverage, take a look at Charvarius Ward. By the way, both of these cards, Terrell and Ward, on average about 70.3 thousand coins. Ward's going to also give you the 82 speed, and they kind of flip-flop their coverages. He doesn't have great man coverage, but he does have 82 zone, 82 at agility, and then play rec and acceleration are both going to be at 80. When it comes to safeties, I was really looking for guys who gave you good speed, obviously not overly expensive, and also had zone coverages at an 80 plus. So Malik Hooker, 6'2", 82 speed, 81 acceleration, and 81 zone coverage is a pretty good budget option for the back end of your defense at the free safety position. And on average, you can find him for about 28.6 thousand coins. And on the strong safety side of things, you got Jimmy Ward, a little bit short, only 5'11", but the 83 speed, 82 acceleration, 82 zone is a pretty good combination, and you can get all of that. Again, if you can find them on the auction house, you can get all of that for about 44.3 thousand coins. And there you have it. For the most part, every position, at least all the important ones, budget cards that you can pick up right now. If there's any players that I left out, some really good budget players that have been playing well for you, leave it down below in the comments section. Let the rest of the community know who to look for. Thank you guys for watching. My name is Popular Stranger. I'm out. Peace.